Did Ari just drop that bomb on everybody? An Ari Alexa 35, 17-point stops of dynamic range. Oh my God. Where do you pack all that power? And the new color science? Color science has already been like dominated the game for a few decades, man. What's going on, guys? I am iamRickBonilla and I'm back with another video. Thank you for stopping by to the channel. If you guys like content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. Also, smash that notification bell. That way you guys can get notified every time I drop a video like this. These videos don't have to be just by, tutorials, color grading, or video editing or filmmaking. I like to do camera comparison or camera discussion. Like today is my first video doing if it's still worth it. I know there's a ton of videos like this in YouTube, but since I own these two cameras, I want to see what's your opinion if they're still worth it or not, being that it's a lot of new cameras coming out, like the new Fuji. I'm very excited about that camera. The camera looks very solid, very competitive, and I want to know. I'm very curious. So hit me up in the comments, man. I'm really, I want to see what you guys think about which either or of these cameras you think are solid or not. I have a quick question for you guys. Is it still worth it, to shoot with the Blackmagic Pocket 6K, being that it's been out for almost 3 years now, and the A7S III, which has been out for 2 years now? I think this is something to be weighing around with so many other options that are coming out every single year. The A7S III has a new brother, which is the A7 IV. Everybody knows it's a great camera. It pretty much has almost the video specs of the A7S III, and for a lot cheaper, $1,000 cheaper, which that's a big difference. That's actually a lens right there. That's how I'm looking at it. So, and now that that camera's been out for a little bit, kind of like for the video stuff that I'm doing, I think it fits my needs. Being that I have two cameras, I have the Pocket 6K and I'm actually shooting this with the A7S III, and it just had me thinking, should I get rid of my A7S III for an A7 IV, save, at least, make some cash out of the A7S III and get myself like a lens or some accessories or whatnot. But I've been using the Pocket 6K for quite some time. I mean, I have it fully rigged out. Actually, normally I put the V-mount battery back here, and I just can't stop filming with this camera. This camera to me is just pretty much everything. I mean, what's not to like about this camera? The image quality on this camera, it is stupendous. Honestly, for bang for money, I think this is one of the best you're gonna actually get there. This camera right now retails for $1998, which is $2,000. Talking US dollars. And honestly, this camera, for what it gives you, I think this camera is a very, very big contender. It has a new brother now, which is the 6K Pro, and that one has built-in NDs, and honestly has the flip out screen, and it kind of has a lot of more stuff that I wish this one came with. But at the end of the day, once you master your camera, I think everything else ends up being a want, not a need. I could be wrong, but for me, for the uses that I give this camera does everything I want it to do. Yeah, it lacks autofocus. All these cameras, they don't have autofocus. They just pretty much have a tap to focus on the screen, and that's pretty much it. Only if you're using a lens that has autofocus. But if you're using like one of these cine lens from Rokinon, this is the DSX 50mm T1.5. This one you cannot tap to focus. This one actually you have to use manual focus, or if you have a focus puller like the Nucleus Nano, which is pretty awesome. I highly recommend it if you have one of these. I actually use this as an autofocus when I'm using it for YouTube videos. I'll grab one of my wheels, which is right here, and I'll just be sitting down and hoping for focus. Now, I'll have a monitor in the bottom, and I'll just pretty much rack my focus, easily. And I have the focus peaking on red, so I normally gauge it with the monitor, and I mean, focus hasn't been an issue for me. I normally rack focus myself when I'm shooting a subject, but when I'm shooting myself, then this thing comes in handy. But if you just have a camera, you just gotta, I guess, go back and forth with the camera and hoping, you know, the focus is right. And that's why I tend to use more the A7S III. And the A7S III to me is my handy dandy tool. I love that camera. I'm gonna switch to the Pocket 6K now. That way I can demonstrate the A7S III in 1, 2. And here is the A7S III from Sony. As you can see, semi rigged out. I don't like to rig this out too much because you don't need to, being that it has autofocus, so it defeats the purpose of having a big cage. So you can put a focus pull, being that this camera has outstanding autofocus. Honestly, I think to me is one of the best in the market. The image quality of this is absolute phenomenal. I think is one of the best in its class also as well, as I said previously with the Pocket 6K. But this camera right here is a camera that I use for almost 75% of the time. Like all the time I can't walk around with this, you know, tank of a camera. And actually, as I was demonstrating it, that's not really full rigged out. When I do rig it out, it looks even bigger with the monitor, the bigger battery, the longer 15mm rods. So these are pretty much tools and toys, you know, that I enjoy using from day to day. And actually I have a new toy also that I want to just shout out in the screen. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. And here it is. This is my baby, my actually new baby. This is the DJI Mavic III. I love this thing. The images of this thing is just mind-blowing. Honestly, I was skeptical since it first came out. Everybody giving these bad reviews that it doesn't connect to satellite. I mean, I've had this unit already for 2 weeks. I do not have yet an issue with satellite. I've been doing, you know, a lot of videos and I never had a problem with this. I'm actually going to be playing a sequence that I did. It's in conjunction with all 3 cameras. I used the A7S III, the Pocket 6K, and the Mavic III. I actually don't have them all named up, but obviously you're gonna know which one is the aerial images. That's how you say it? Aerial images. There you go. My bad. You know, you're gonna see them obviously, and the image quality on this is just beautiful, man. I mean, this thing is just awesome. I'm actually here in New York. Yes, I'm flying this in designated areas, so that way nobody could get to me and knock on my door. Hey, you know, you're one of Casey Neistat's friends. I gotta give you a ticket. Nah, I'm just playing. But yeah, man, I'm loving this Mavic 3. The image quality is so awesome. The Micro Four Thirds sensor in this thing is just absolute beast. You know, let me put this thing before I drop it. And but yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking if it's still worth it to have both of these cameras, being that now there's so many other options now for less than what these cameras cost. Well, obviously the Pocket 6K, honestly, it's a camera that I think I'm gonna keep, because for the money, I mean, for what it gives you, I mean, this thing is just amazing. I mean, look at the image quality. This is awesome. I actually filming it the way I had it before. Just put a V mount and that is it. I'm actually monitoring this with the Atomos Ninja 5, as you can see it. And what can I say? So that's gonna be it for me, guys. It's gonna wrap it up. Thank you for stopping by to the channel. I love you guys all. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, commenting, liking, all that good stuff. It's been amazing. So far, you know, I'm at 359, almost at 360, but like I always say, very humble. Thank you. Not too long ago, I only had maybe like 20 subscribers in a matter of a few months, and thank you so much. You guys inspire me to keep going. And honestly, this is a hobby that I have, and I like to share whatever knowledge I can learn and share it with the whole world if I can. So thank you for stopping by. You guys take care. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and smash the notification bell. I know I said it, but smash it again, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.